Today I'm going to be showing you how to use functions in Excel. These 5 functions that I'm going to show you are very basic. I mean, just about as basic as you can get. And it's very much for beginners and people that have absolutely no idea how to use Excel functions or what they are. I like to call these types of functions scroll down functions. As you can see, I typed over here just because the way you use them, you basically just scroll down on the data, and it's super simple and streamlined the way that Excel has set everything up. So getting into it here, the first function I'm going to show you is the sum function, and with any function in Excel, you need to start with an equal sign, otherwise the software will not pick up the fact that you are using a function. So beyond that, after you equal sign, in this case, we're going to do the sum function. So you type in sum, and there's a bunch of others that we're not going to get into today, but sum, and then parentheses. All the functions basically start off this way: equals whatever the function name is, open parentheses, and then you just go on your merry way. So for this one, we're going to be adding up all the total scores here. This is just data I made up for the purposes of this video. I tried to make it semi-realistic, but it could be for test scores or science experiment, whatever the case may be. But anyways, so the reason I call these scroll down functions is because once you have your function started, all you have to do is scroll down on your data just like that. You find the starting point of your data, you find the end point, which in this case is from cell B2 to B10. Then you just scroll right down, and you don't have to do anything else. All you have to do is hit enter, and you can see that the total is 750 units or whatever. And the same thing goes for the count function. Same thing, equals count. Already opened up the parentheses for me. And then you just find your data, scroll right down. And you can see, obviously, this was pretty, I mean, you can tell the number of cells here that were just counted was 9. That was pretty obvious. But with much larger data sets, it can be a little bit more complicated and not as easy to look at, and that's why functions like these, while they're very simple, they become very useful when you're not looking at data that's this simplified. But moving on, for average, same thing, equals average, and you can just click on that, open up parentheses, find your data, scroll right down, hit enter, and you can see that the average score here was 83 1/3. And almost done with max. Find your data, and you can see that the max score, the highest score, was 98. And for min, same exact thing, find your data, B2 to B10, and the minimum score, the lowest score, was 57. Now the other thing I would point out is, especially so for sum, if you have a column of data, and this is good for accounting, it wouldn't be set up like this, the data wouldn't be set up like this most likely, but this, what I'm about to show you, is awesome for accounting purposes. So if you go to the cell underneath the column of data and you hit over here, it says auto sum, it automatically does it for you, and you hit enter, you see it's 750, the exact same thing here. Now the last thing I would say about all of these functions is that if you wanted to, so we'll use the sum function as an example again, you could type it in manually, cell by cell. You could do it like this. See how it says number 1, comma, number 2. So number 1, comma, number 2, comma, and so on. And it should do the exact same thing, but it just takes a lot longer. Obviously, it's easier to do it the first way, especially if you have bigger data sets. But nonetheless, get the same answer. So thanks for listening. Hope you found this video helpful. And please tune in for next time.